Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, man, coming to you on a Friday night in which the Los Angeles Dodgers once again defeated the St. Louis Cardinals 6-3 tonight at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Man, I got to tell you, this offense is we knew it was going to be elite. We knew it was going to be top tier, man, but this offense is incredible, man. And I told you guys before we got him, I told you guys when we signed him that we absolutely stole Teoscar Hernandez, man. And that guy, he stole 2 pitches and sent them over the fences, man. 2 home runs tonight for Teoscar Hernandez, 4 overall home runs for the Dodgers today, 4 home runs. Out of their 7 hits, 4 of them were home runs. And the power is evident. If they got to manufacture runs, they can. If they got to go yard, they will. And it's just the balance, man. You got that murderous row. Mookie Betts, once again, Mookie effing Betts leads off another Dodger game with a leadoff home run, man. It just sets the tone. But Teoscar was great. Mookie continues to break leadoff records here. That fantastic, man. Just incredible. We'll touch on the fact that the Mookie's MVP candidacy is already off the chains here, man. Ohtani basically was a no-show tonight. The Dodgers still put up 6 runs. I mean, this is just having him in that lineup. I believe he went 0 for 4 tonight, and it doesn't matter because the rest of those guys around him, there's going to be nights where Mookie goes 0 for 4. There'll be nights where Freddie goes 0 for 4. There'll be nights where Ohtani goes 4 for 4 with 2 home runs. Like, this offense is so balanced. But tonight, Mookie, Teoscar, when your defensive specialists start going yard, that you're on one, man, that you're just on one. So when Mickey Rojas clapped one out of there, you put guys in this to solidify your defense in a game today, and that guy shows up and hits a home run, man. You have Kike Hernandez flying to center field doing a diving catch there in the top of the 9th, man. So Cardinals made a little bit of run there in the 8th. It happens. That Dodger bullpen was a little bit rusty today, after the piggyback game yesterday, and just haven't been used for a few days. But nothing like having a 6-run lead to put a rusty bullpen in there and let them work that rust off, right? So Evan Phillips comes in, dominates, gets the close. But outside of that 8th inning, the Dodgers were absolutely dominant tonight. And Bobby Miller, dominant, just straight up dominant, almost perfect. You know what I mean? Like he did give up 2 hits, but 11 Ks, 6-inning pitch, 11 Ks, only 1 walk, 11-1 strikeout to walk ratio, 2 hits, and just he had it all going, man. He had it absolutely going, man. Lived on the 4-seam fastball, which he's known for. Hit him with a changeup, the curveball, the slider, and the sinker. And man, that guy's changeup. So he was top 10 in the National League last year when he had 2 strikes on you with the changeup. And that looks like that's going to continue again this year. But he was just dominant out there, man. And this has been Bobby Miller is my favorite prospect since Julio Urias, man. And when he got to catch him last year in the minors, I think he went like 4 games in the minors. Then got called up and went like 22 starts. I think he went 11-4, and just building on that now to start of this season. And I think I've always felt this kid was going to be special if he could stay healthy. I felt he was built from the moment. I knew the very moment I saw him step on that mound, stare down Shohei Ohtani and strike him out. His first major league hitter he faced was Shohei Ohtani, and he struck him out, stared him down. And I knew not only that this guy was my favorite prospect before that, but now that I know that he had the guts to get up there and not be scared of the moment. So he's got everything you need and everything you want from a potential ace. And you've got him, you've got Glass now, you've got Yamamoto, Ohtani coming back to pitch next year. I mean, it's just an embarrassment of riches on this Dodger team, man. And it's going to continue to be so. And just a game like tonight, man, when you just look at that lineup, man. When you just look at that lineup and it's like, okay, you get 7 yesterday, you get 6 today. They scored 11 in game 2 in South Korea in that wild, crazy game. So now they're 3-1 to start the season. Take away that wild game. That series in Korea was tough on both teams. So I totally understand. It was kind of hard to say what was coming out of that series. Guys essentially playing at 3 a.m. their local time, plus the travel. Those trips and those games are tough on teams. But here at Dodger Stadium to start this season, first 7 games at home after the 2 in Korea before traveling to Chicago, man. So we've got 2 more with the Cardinals, 1 tomorrow, 1 on Sunday. Hopefully tomorrow does not turn into a rainout with Yamamoto scheduled to go tomorrow. I'm hoping that game goes down and it happens. And then you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday against the Giants, and then they head out to Chicago from there. So great start to this season. Couldn't have asked for a better offensive approach to start this season. You got guys who haven't even gotten going yet that will. And like I said, they'll figure out their defensive situation and putting guys in there today for defense, and those guys hitting home runs on top of the other home runs you already had. Like I said, 4 home runs in 7 hits tonight. So just incredible performance. That 8th inning got a little bit rocky. I thought Arenado was gonna when that ball came off the bat, I thought he hit a 3-1 jack, man, and then ended up being a sacrifice fly to left. And that right there was pretty much the game, because if that ball goes out, it's a whole different baseball game and potentially a whole different ending. But the Dodgers at that point had a 6-1 lead. That which would have made it 6-4 as opposed to it being 6-2 after the sacrifice fly. And then just all she wrote from there, man. But did you guys see that play that Mookie did with the ball? It didn't lead to anything. It wasn't an out on either play. But just his overall incredibleness of him running with his back to the baseball. The ball drops in front of him, which is in shallow center, right? In front of him, mind you, with his back to home plate. The ball jumps in front of him. He picks it up on a bounce barehanded with his right hand, turns and throws it to second, and almost gets the guy out at second base. And there wasn't an out on either one of those plays. He didn't catch it, and he didn't throw the guy out. But the ability to get anywhere near that ball, to be able to basically grab it on a bounce and turn and gun that in there, that was one of the most impressive non-outs I've ever seen. Like that it's just incredible what he can do on a diamond, man. It's just absolutely incredible, man. So thank y'all for tuning in here on a Friday, man. I know the game just ended. So shout out to you guys. I know it's a Friday night. So definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in here to see what's in. We got Angel in the building. What's going on, Angel? Appreciate you, bro. He said this offense is lights out. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Miguel, what's going on, man? Said that 8th inning was a bit scary. Yeah, that happens though. That happens. Teams can score runs, you know what I mean? But that's why, if if that's a 2-2 game, or if that's a 2-1 game and the team puts 3 runs on you in an inning like that, then it's dangerous. But when you have a 5-run lead and then they score a run and then you score another run and you got a 6-1 lead, you can afford to give up a couple of runs there. You can afford to be a little bit of aggressive. You can afford to throw a little bit more riskier pitches than maybe you should in a closer game. That allows you to be more aggressive, and a lot of times you're going to win baseball games when you are being aggressive. So it allowed, Bobby Miller was aggressive the whole night. When the bullpen came in, Grove got touched up again. So this is something they're going to have to look at, because he's not performing great out the gate to start this season. They're going to have to continue to take a look at that, and they're going to have to continue to figure out maybe who's going to be, a long relief guy here, because that's kind of what they're looking at here. They're looking like they're trying to spare the bullpen a little bit to start this season. So, when they had Glasnow and Yarbrough yesterday, and then you had Miller. It looks like they would ideally would love to have Grove for a couple innings there. He got touched up a bit, and then you had to go away from that. So they got it done, but like I said, the bullpen was a little rusty. That's to be expected, but they got the job done. Dodgers starting pitching has been absolutely elite. Total of 2 runs on this homestand. Like I said, I think it's unfair for the Padres and Dodgers to really even hold them accountable to what happened over there in Korea. But they gave up a run yesterday, 3 runs today overall. But the Dodgers starting pitching has only given up 2 runs in 18 innings. That is very, very impressive. That's essentially a run a game, right? So incredible work there. And actually, no. 1 run. Glasnow gave up 1 run. Miller gave up none. So they've given up 1.5 runs a game essentially over these last 2 baseball games. So just absolute incredible work, man. We got my guy LOE in the building, man, dropping a super chat on your boy. What's up, my brother? He's LOE. You all know him as Lakers over everything, but he's really DOE, dope Dodgers over everything, man. Speaking of dough, he's dropping $9.99 dough on your boy here, man. So appreciate you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you as always, man. He said, great stuff. Can't wait to get back and go out there to see this. It's still going on site though. Go hey, man, if you wasn't what is it? What I call it? Low International Airport, man. It's LAX, but it's really LOE International Airport, man. You always in and out of town, man. You know what it is, man. So when you're in town and you want to catch these games, you just let me know. We're making it happen, bro. So we were planning that, but you always a traveling man. So you out and about, man. He said it's on site. I'll be ready then, man. I'll be ready. But man, appreciate the super chat, brother. Man, what a win, man. What a start to this homestand, man. Just offensively going bananas here, man. Angel says, I do think the 3 runs are on Dave, though. As a Dave supporter, should have proved Grove sooner. That I agree with. Like I said, I feel like they're trying to give the bullpen a little bit of rest to start the season. Not entirely sure why. Maybe they got a bullpen game coming up, but they're really looking to me like they're really gonna be doing a lot of this piggyback situation. You guys have heard me talk about this multiple times, but I agree with you. I am a Dave supporter. The Dave bashers are gonna look to that inning and say this is why we're gonna be in trouble down the line. But I think they have a plan. The Dodgers have a plan and a strategy, and they stick to it. They don't always abandon it when they get rattled. Now that can burn you in baseball. So I agree I understand actually why some of the Roberts bashers get nervous when he does this stuff, is because they think it's going to happen when it counts the most. So I totally understand that. I understand where they're coming from. But what I'm saying is I think they have a plan when it comes to this bullpen right now for their starters and for the bullpen. And I think their plan is to have their arms, whether it be starters, whether it be relievers, setup, closer, etc. I think they want to go into the second half or towards the stretch run of this season with the fresh arms as possible. And I think their plan is to let the offense lead the way this season, which if, the last 3 games of the season are anything indicative of what that's going to be, they've scored 11, 7, and 6 over their last 3 games. So it's the offense is gonna be a problem for the rest of the league, man. And when you got guys, like I said, Teoscar Hernandez, who they stole, you got guys like your defensive specialist, Miggy Rojas, coming in there clapping a home run. Like that's just cheating. That's just absolute cheating, right? That's a cheat code, man. That's PlayStation. That's just out there abuses of power, man. We're the evil empire. We got no problem admitting that, man. As I said yesterday, for those who didn't catch the show yesterday, man, I'm telling you right now, the Dodgers are clearly openly out there trolling when it comes. They took the field yesterday, and I kid you not. They took the field to thug love by Bone Thugs and Harmony featuring Tupac off the Art of War album. Like they walked out to the field on opening day with Thug Love blasting through the speakers. And let me tell you, for those who ain't heard that new sound system at Dodger Stadium, man, Thug Love blasting through those speakers. They played Busy's and Pac's entire verse. And for anyone who's ever heard that song, you know the Dodgers are giving no F's at all right now. They're embracing the villain role. They're embracing the evil empire, man. They're just out there, embracing the rebel role right now, man. And shout out to them for doing it, man. That's what they should do, man. They got that money. They make that money. When you run a good business and you make the money, you got the right to spend that money. They're doing it legally within the rules of the CBA. Other teams have the ability to use these deferrals. All these other teams have the same rules that the Dodgers are operating on. You got some filthy rich owners out there that have got a ton of money as well. They're just not putting their money where their mouth is. So you want to call it checkbook baseball? That's perfectly fine. But your owner's got the checks. But the problem is they're not using the pens. I'm trying to tell you, man. But I appreciate y'all once again for tuning in, man. Miguel says Michael Grove was about to choke this game. Glad he got pulled out. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You had a 6-run lead. It looks like they're trying to spare some of these guys. And for one reason or another, I'm not saying I love the strategy. I just feel that's what they're doing right now. And but that's why you have the depth. The offense is gonna, they got that run. They gave that one run up, and bam, here they come again. And the Dodgers got another one. So they had plenty of room for error. There was a little bit of an error, but they had more room for error, and they were able to put them away. So I'm not going to freak out over that at all, because, like I said, our offense, they're going to be aggressive at the plate, and they're going to need all of these guys down the stretch. And the Dodgers are hell bent on being a deep baseball team, man, and they need everyone to be able to contribute, everyone to be able to play and be effective. And Grove has had a struggle to start this season, so I would prefer now that maybe they give him a little break and get someone else in there in that spot, because he has not looked good in those two outings in that role at all, man. West up, LA for life. What's good, my brother? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. Angel said, also, am I the only one who likes the Apple TV broadcast? No, I like it. I don't think there's enough people who like or dislike it because they don't watch it. They don't have Apple TV Plus. I have it, so I'm a baseball guy, so I don't just get it just to watch the Dodgers. I get it to watch all the Friday night games. So I'm all in. I'm all in, man. Anything that's on Peacock, anything that's on anything that's on MLB TV, the YouTube, Facebook games, and Adam, doesn't matter. You're playing national baseball. It's my job now. I'm taking it personal, man. I'm gonna be watching that stuff, man. So I don't mind the Apple TV. I like all the stats across the screen. I like the Apple approach to it, the simplicity. I'm not even an Apple guy, but like I said, I don't mind it. I have Apple TV, so Apple TV Plus, so it doesn't bother me. Watched the whole game, man. Loved it. And like I said, can't wait for playback to start having baseball games on their platform, man, because I think that's going to open up to a lot of people there, man. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's good, my guy, man? Says Dodgers always win. Let's go, man. You know what I like to say this turn, like I'm always right sometimes. And you're right, Daniel Berry, man. The Dodgers always win when it comes to the last two games. So absolutely. That's just incredible performances the last two games. Cards offense is lame. The Cards offense, they got some guys in there who can put up some runs. The problem is the Dodgers starting pitching. You had game one, you had Tyler Glasnow. In game two, you had Bobby Miller. So those are two. Glasnow is a certified ace. Bobby Miller is a future ace, and he pitched like an ace today. So those guys are tough to get runs on, especially when you guys are going up there down 5-0. Got guys going up there at the plate down 5-0. Got this guy bearing down at you on the mound, and it's very, very frustrating. I get where they're coming from, but this kid Miller, man, you can ask anybody who knows me, who's listened to me talk baseball for years. And my parents probably got tired of hearing this. I kept telling my mom and I kept telling my dad. Shout out to my parents, man. I kept telling this kid Bobby Miller is going to be the one. Trust me, when Miller time comes up, it's about to be on, man. And I remember that there was a game last year and my dad was on the road. Shout out to all the truck drivers out there, man. My dad was on the road and he called me. He was like, you might be right about this guy. You might be right about this guy. He is nasty. He is fearless. And man, he's only going to get better. And I love Bobby Miller, man. And I cannot wait for the world to see. And the likes of, just think about this, man, the likes of Tyler Glasnow, Teoscar Hernandez, these guys are going to be household names now. Guys who didn't even know these guys existed a year ago are going to be talking about these guys on the regular. And that is incredible because you have more people involved in baseball, more people excited about baseball, more people loving the sport of baseball. And that is exactly what we need and exactly what we want. The more the merrier when it comes to this country's pastime, man. More when it comes to baseball, man. Let's see. Just want an Ohtani homer. We'll get plenty of those. It doesn't matter. Ohtani's not tripping on that, man. He's got his money. He's got his wins. Like, you know what I mean? He will get his stats. He will get his homers, and he will get them in bunches. Don't worry, man. They are coming. But Mookie, Freddie had himself a great game yesterday. Mookie, again, is destroying the baseball to start this season. The Mookie Betts MVP campaign is already starting, man. I've been talking that talk since December. Everyone's on that now. The Dodgers at the end of the day are probably going to have at least 2 MVP candidates, if not 3, and probably a couple of Cy Young Award candidates. And who knows? Maybe even a Cy Young and MVP candidate coming from the pitching staff here. So who knows, man? I'm telling you, the Dodgers have a chance to flat out not only dominate the season, dominate with their offense, dominate with the postseason play, and also the postseason awards, man. And this team is special. That's why everyone is so excited. This is why I've been excited. This is why literally since the end of the season last season, even though it ended on a low note, I kept telling y'all, Ohtani is coming. Things are about to change. I told you about Yamamoto. Like we're here now. This is what we've all been excited about. This is what we've all been talking about. This is what we've all been looking forward to. And now we've got it. We get to watch these games. We get to listen to these games. We get to go to these games. We get to root on our team for another 158 games plus playoffs. Enjoy it. Enjoy every minute of this. Enjoy every win. Enjoy watching games even in a loss. Enjoy every blowout. Enjoy every nail biter. Enjoy every prospect that gets called up. Enjoy any doubleheader that we get. Just enjoy everything that this season entails because it's going to be one for the books. It's going to be special. And like I said, I'm very, very excited about people who are not necessarily big baseball people becoming baseball people, are coming back to baseball because it's just better for the sport. It's better for the community, and it's just better for the Dodgers. So can't wait, man. Just can't wait for this season to progress. Daniel says maybe on Sunday, Teoscar is the MVP. Teoscar, man, I'm telling you, I was so excited when they signed him, man. Like I said, the strikeout stuff is going to be there because he's got swing and miss, but he's going to make up for it with those bops. Just trust me, man. It's going to happen. This is a guy he's 30. He's got probably at least 30 home run potential for this team, right? And come playoff time, having this guy in your lineup, man, to smash lefties is going to be so huge for this baseball team, man. Angel said, Loki forgot about the Miggy moonshot. Yeah, Miggy, man, I'm telling you, when you got your defensive guys in there hitting home runs, like, what are these other teams supposed to do? like, come on, what are they supposed to do when you got your defensive guys coming in here, giving you gems on defense and then going in there and just jacking home runs on offense, man? What are you supposed to do when a team is putting guys to the plate, is knocking stuff out the park while bringing like a Gold Glove type glove to the infield, man? It's incredible, man. Bobby Miller getting Bueller vibes. Yeah. Bobby Miller, I think it's Bobby. Yeah. I mean, Bobby Miller is, I feel, is going to be better than Walker Bueller, man. Walker, he's due back sometime next month. You get him back. And if he looks anything remotely close to himself, then this is about to be ridiculous, man, because we know what the offense is going to be. We know what to expect from the offense. Now it's about to be, okay, these arms are about to get special out here, about to be wild special out here. And when that happens, when you got the arms coming out there dominating and you got these bats, then that's scary for this league, man. It's scary for the rest of the league, without a doubt. Angel says Bobby painted those edges like an assassin. Yeah, he sure did, man. I was watching literally like every pitch, where he was painting, where he was doing everything today, and he was just magical tonight, man. Just magical. He was just incredible out there, and if he could just make that jump and get that little bit that step here. And I think there's a chance he's going to. And if he already had a very good debut last season, and if he can build on that and kind of have a breakout year, even though last year might even be considered a breakout year, but if he even improves on that, it only makes his team even more special, man. Betts getting MVP. Yeah, there's a very good chance of that, man. I think so, man. He's going to get a ton of plate appearances. He's going to score a ton of runs. He's going to hit a ton of home runs. He's going to be incredible no matter where he plays on a baseball field. there's a very good chance he has to get an MVP this year for Mookie. Statistically, Ohtani heats up in April, and it's been proven. That's very, very true. Very, very true, Miguel. And I'm telling you, with these guys batting in front of him and behind him, and oh man, it's gonna be nuts. He says I hate Apple TV. What does I hate with Apple TV? Checkbook Dodgers, man. Facts. Go Dodgers, 161 and 1. That's a shout out to my Court Kings brother here, the graphic guy Chris in the building. Appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you for tuning in. Daniel says I see a sweep. Man. That would be great to start to get especially in a 4-game series, a sweep. That's incredible. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic, man, to start the season 5-1. Craig, hello to you. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Let's see. Theron Domino, thanks for pulling up, brother. I appreciate you, man. Empire Jeff, that entry music is still banging hard, and I also hate Apple TV, even though I have it. It's funny. It's weird. Like that is kind of the take. Look, it's not my favorite. I wouldn't say a favorite. You know what it is? I just it's a platform for me to watch baseball. So I don't love it because it's Apple TV. I'm just saying I just obviously I would love it if it's on ESPN or Spectrum. But like I said, I just love that I can watch the game, wherever it is. I guess that's my point, is that I just love that we can watch the game no matter where it is. Apple TV, Spectrum, Fox, TBS, ESPN, anywhere, wherever they've got the game. I'm just happy that the game is televised, and it's not a lot of them. It's not often, but still, I'm still just excited to be able to watch the games, man. I see my man Search and Destroy in the building. What's going on, my guy? This the mod of mods, the mod father, Search and Destroy. Appreciate you tuning in here on a Friday night, man. Thank you. We appreciate your support as always. Shout that out to you for shouting out Brother Low here as well, man. Appreciate you. Charlie, what's going on? Hello to you as well. Hope you're having a good one, man. Search is all good, bro. We had no energy tonight. Patriots beat our butts. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to cover the Lakers tonight. I'll try to get a video out on them tomorrow. Maybe we can talk about it at the back end of this show. But yeah, the Lakers situation tonight that's a whole different conversation. But I'm gonna touch on that a little later, man. I'm gonna keep this about the Dodgers right now. Let's see, everyone shout out Search. That's what's up. The mod god is in the building, man. 2024 champs. That would be incredible, man. You didn't see the game? Search, talk about the Dodger game or the Laker game? Yeah, Miller the shit, man. Yeah, that's my guy, man. That is my guy, man. And man, he's a bright future for that young man, and a bright future for us as long as we have him, man. Listen to Search, man. He pulls up and gets straight to work. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification to be notified when we go live on nights such as tonight. We cover the Los Angeles Lakers, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the NBA, and the MLB in general. So appreciate all you guys for tuning in. If you have not done so already, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. About 30% of the people who listen on the nightly have yet to subscribe. So going to subscribe, we'd greatly appreciate it. We also have 3 different levels of membership here at Empire Jeff TV. We got the mini mid-level, the mid-level, and the full mid-level. Got some member-only vlogs, member-only videos, and member-only giveaways coming shortly. Going to be giving away Dodger tickets, going to be giving away Dodger memorabilia, going to give away Dodger jerseys, all to members very, very soon. I'll also be doing it from time to time for the supporters that are not members as well. I'm not going to exclude you from everything, obviously, but definitely appreciate you guys who've become members already. Appreciate everyone who's already subscribed to the channel, people who drop likes on a video, hit the Cash App or dropped a super chat or a super sticker or a super thanks, which for any of you guys who are listening on the replay in the comment section, that super thanks is essentially a super chat, but in the comment section as opposed to the live chat. And also share the video. If you're watching live or you're watching the replay, share the video, put it out there on your socials, let everyone know about our wonderful and great community over here, and help spread the word and help us grow. So we'd greatly appreciate that, man. Thank you guys for your continued support, man. Like Lowe says, Show and Freddie go 08 and they still put up runs. Season will be comedy. That's what I'm saying. When Miggy was out there clapping, man. And when you had those guys do that. And like I said, yesterday, their first 6 at-bats, they were on base 6 times. You know what I mean? Today, they go 0 for 8, and it didn't matter. We still got 6 runs on the board. And that's what I'm saying. You got dominant starting pitching and dominant bats. You got that murderous row, that death row lineup over there, man. Man. We got that death row blue. we got the Snoop Dogg death row up here, man. This is Snoop Dogg's death row over here, not not Suge and Pac's version over here. It's his Suge's death row. I'm sorry, Snoop's death row we got going right now. So incredible to see. And it's getting to a point when they get up there, like I'm almost just expecting just fireworks every time they're at the plate. These guys are always doing something special. When you got someone like Mookie Betts who can do so much at the plate, and you got someone like Ohtani who's just godly at the plate, and you got someone like Freddie Freeman who's just a physical presence that has just got to be dominating when you look at his just physical stature in the batter's box, and to be able to shorten that swing and put that ball anywhere. The man had 59 doubles last season, right, along with his power. So just incredible lineup the Dodgers put on the field right out there, man. And to be able to add a bat like Teoscar Hernandez to get out there and just murder left-handed pitching. Like I said, embarrassment of riches, man. Okay, talking to Cersei, talking basketball. Miguel says, shout out T-Mobile. They're giving a year of MLB Pass and Apple TV on them. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I'm telling you, man, take advantage of it. More people. What's up, Lucky? Look, he's got his Dodger hoodie on here. He was excited. He was watching the game. I walk out. Lucky's chilling on the couch with his back to the back of the couch, sitting like a human, just watching the baseball game, watching the Dodger game. He looks at me like, where's my beer, bro? Like he's super cozy and chilling, watching the game out there. So shout out to Lucky, man. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I think it's important. I think it's a great year. It's a perfect year for more people to get more involved in baseball, to pay more attention to baseball early and not just come playoff time. There's a lot of people who find baseball boring on TV. They love when they go to games, but they find it boring on TV. But this team is going to be generational. It's going to be historic. Watch these games, man. These games are going to be talked about for years and decades to come. You get to be part of it, man. This has potential to be like, that Chicago Bulls run with MJ, man. This is going to be a dynasty. It's going to be a dynasty for the Dodgers, and the other teams are going to die nasty. It's a dynasty, man. And I thought, it's thought the Rock, man. It's Rockefeller over here, man. Rocking the building. It's about to be dynasty. So, it's I keep getting excited like it hasn't happened yet, even though it's happening now, right? Even though we're watching the games, it still feels unreal sometimes. And it's because this team has potential to be so special. And that's why I keep preaching everyone to get involved and be more involved with baseball this season, man. He said that OT caught up with the search. It's all good though. Dodgers making up for it. Yeah, facts, man. Facts. Let's see. Dan Inspiration, what's going on, my guy? Bobby Miller is ace material for real. Yeah, he is. And I felt that way when he was in the minors, bro. I was just like, this dude is ridiculous. I saw him pitch in person in the minors. I saw him pitch in person in the majors. He is special. And if he can stay healthy, and because like I said, when it comes to these pitchers, a lot of them got nasty stuff. A lot of them got special stuff. A lot of them got great arms. There's a lot of them, but the mental aspect of it, or do they have the mental, capability to get out there and get on that mound in pressure situations and get it done and not fold? And Bobby Miller absolutely has that ability. Walker Buehler came up and had that ability, right? So you got Julio Urias had that ability. Those guys I spot. Like you can spot those guys. Like you got guys who have good stuff. You come in, okay, they can get rattled though. They get rattled. They got to settle down. Yeah, are they? But when you get guys up there who just, they don't rattle. They don't get scared. Now they can get touched. Like they're capable of giving up runs because they'll challenge people. When you got guys who challenge people, you're going to get tagged from time to time. But what I love is the guy who's not afraid to challenge someone. That's the guy I like out there on the mound. A guy who's fearless, who is not afraid to go after a guy, even a top tier guy. Like I said, Bobby Miller's first professional hitter that he faced in his career was Shohei Ohtani, and he struck him out and he stared him down. And that right there already just solidified what I already thought of him. And now the whole world is getting to see how special this kid is and how special he's going to continue to grow. So shout out to Bobby Miller. Shout out to the Dodgers for stealing another prospect, man. And I've been saying he's going to be an ace for a long time, and he's already knocking on that door. I said by year 3. He's here in game 1 of year 2, and he's already knocking on that door. So he's even exceeding my expectations, which were pretty high for him. So Lucky's over here breakdancing right now. But he exceeded my expectations, which were still pretty high. And shout out to him for doing so, man, because and then you got Yamamoto hopefully going tomorrow. Hopefully it's not a rain out. I would love to see him go tomorrow. I'm debating on going tomorrow, but I just don't want to go all the way down there and have that game be called or be out in the rain. But maybe I make it down there. But I do want to see him pitch. I'm just not convinced the game is going to happen tomorrow. That's the only thing. Dan Inspiration says Lance Lynn tomorrow, 4 home runs, over or under. How many innings over or under? 4.5. He's gonna go after him. So I'd say, I feel like the Dodgers are gonna get at least 5 runs. Like the way they're playing right now. I think they're just earmarked for 5 runs right now. So yeah, I'm gonna say 5 runs, and under 5 innings. I think I'm comfortable with going that route right now, man. Let's see. Dan Inspiration said, you touch up on the Lakers. Make sure you wash your hands, bro. They stink today. Hey, man, it's all right, man. They came off a 5-game winning streak. They're going through it. They're going to be gassed. When you're playing at the bottom seed of a conference most of the season, the amount of energy you try to play just to make sure that you try to get a favorable play-in or a back-end playoff slot, that energy catches up to you, man. And that's why I'm saying you're playing with fire, you get burned. They got burned today, but they're still coming off a 5-game winning streak going into tonight, and they can get back on track. So I'm not going to slam them for losing one when they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, sir. So we got let's see, 31 on Twitter right now. So appreciate Twitter for tuning in. Like I said, Friday nights aren't typically super busy nights on here, and it's a baseball stream, not a basketball stream. So it's Friday night, and like I said, there's a lot of people at Dodger games right now. So I was really cool, man. When I went to opening day yesterday, it was my first time actually kind of running into people who knew me, from my coverage. So that was really cool. I'm still kind of like not believing this is even real, right? Like that I'm doing this on a nightly basis, or I'm covering the Dodgers and covering the Lakers and building this thing out, like being at a game and having people recognize you and shout you out and thank you, and me be able to thank them for supporting. Like, it's incredible, man. It's incredible. And just the beginning too. Just the beginning, man. I can't wait. Can't wait, man. I got a lot of plans for this season, man. A lot of plans for this season, man. Let's see. We got Daniel saying Astros losing. I love it. Yeah, the Yankees 2-0. Yankees 2-0. Astros 0-2. The Yankees can hold down that fort until Garrett Cole gets back, man. They have potential to be dangerous. Obviously, the bats, the arms are going to be a problem. Are they going to go get someone? Are they going to make a move? They might have to when it comes to that pitching staff, man, because the bats, if the bats stay healthy, they're going to give you fits. But when it comes to that pitching, man, I feel like they are last year where the Dodgers were last year with the pitching. So if they don't get their arms right, it might not matter. They're probably going to get bounced because their bats might not be enough. And Juan Soto, Juan Soto was in that three magical words: free agent year. And he's a free agent to be. He's playing in New York. He's coming for it, man. He may have an MVP type season. And if Juan Soto has an MVP type season, then that means the Yankees are having a special season. So gonna be fun. I'm gonna watch a lot of Yankee games this year. Remember when people said Pepio over Bobby? Crazy takes. Yeah, I remember that, Angel. I was never that. I mean, he was cool. He was good, but over Bobby, that there was never a world where he was better than Bobby. That in my eyes, in my eyes. But I'm not always right, but I'm always right sometimes, right? Win has Jets though. That Muncy throw would have thrown out probably 85% of people. Yeah, that dude is nuts, man. You remember that play he had in the at the All-Star game? And oh my God, that dude is just nuts. Yeah, he is the speed, the cannon that he has, the range that he can cover. He has potential to be one of the greatest shortstops positionally, defensively of all time. One of the greatest of all time. The way he, like I said, the range he can cover. He could take so many risks with a cannon like that. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous how strong that arm is, man. And accurate, strong and accurate. You got a lot of guys who could throw gas and then just gun it. Like you can have guys in the outfield who have absolute cannons, but don't have the accuracy. So they don't have the assists, or they don't have the punch outs because they can throw the ball hard, but they overthrow the cutoff guy. They miss them. They can't get the throw to the plate correctly, but they got cannons, but they can't get the accuracy. So he's got a cannon and he's accurate. It's just insane, man. Yeah, I agree with you, Eric. But there were people saying that, though, Eric. There are people saying that Bobby wasn't as good as him. And I was like, okay. I mean, maybe you're seeing something I don't. But I definitely don't see that for sure, man. But absolutely he was, for sure. But Bobby, to me, like I said, from the second I came across him, I'm just like, the kid just has it. He just absolutely has it. And, that he's yet to let me down with that assessment. And I think he's going to continue to have it. I think he's going to continue to be dominant. I think he has a chance to be really, really special. Again, as with everything, you got to stay. He's gonna go on ruts. He's gonna have moments where he gets in a little bit of a slump or whatnot, but he's just been special. And if he continues to do that, and the Dodgers, end up with a guy like him, on top of everyone else that you added, then it is just it's just going to be incredible season on top of what we already thought. So like I said, that we know what the bats are going to be right now the arms turn up to what we think the arms are going to be, then and that's going to make it even special. But then you get these other guys. Let's see that Bobby Miller takes a bigger leap than we expected. Let's say Walker Buehler comes back and is better than anticipated. Like he is just great out the gate, right? Let's say we do get Dustin May back and he's not only capable but he's efficient and he's helping us win games. These things happen. And that doesn't even speak to the things that we could potentially do at a trade deadline. This doesn't even speak to players who get waived, all right? So it's like it doesn't even speak to any of that stuff. Give me 1 second, guys. Over here babbling, got to get some water, man. But that doesn't even speak to the fact that the Dodgers also not only have all this talent actively on the roster, actively contributing towards wins, but then they get to go ahead and potentially add even more people to it. And that's the part that's the cheat code, because you already know that they're going to sit back and have potential more moves to make. And at that point, that you're just clowning at that point. You're just clowning at that point. So it is going to be unfair, man. And the Giants were roughing up the Padres earlier. Let me see what the score of that game is right now. But they were roughing them up earlier. And they were, I think was that 8-3 right now? Let me go take a look here at that score real quick. Give me 1 second. See a couple of these later on West Coast night games here. Let's see what games we got going on. Are they all over here? Cardinals lose. See the Brewers win 3-1 over the Mets. They're 1-0. Mets 0-1. Let's see Phillies Blue Jays. Okay, let's see. D-backs go to 2-0. Of course, playing the Rockies. Like I said, Yankees 2-0. Astros 0-2. Let's see. Okay, so the Giants ended up winning. So the Giants beat the Padres 8-3. The Padres fall to 2-2. Giants go to 1-1. Let's see. Musgrove, man, his ERA 9.72 ERA for Musgrove right now. That's crazy. But it's been it was a fun game, man. It was a fun game. It's been a fun start to this season. Watching the bats, watching the starting pitching. Like I said, the bullpen a bit rusty. That's to be kind of expected after a couple of days. But like I said, nothing like having a 6-1 lead when the bullpen's a little bit rusty there. So they've got one thing they've got to determine is how much of these, if they're going to mix in these piggyback games, which I've told you guys multiple times, it looks like they're really committed to doing. They're gonna have to fit that. It's gonna be real tough. The problem is when you have an embarrassment of riches, it can be difficult with keeping everyone like fresh, locked in, and consistent, right? So if you're gonna work in piggyback games with you're gonna have to have probably a few more bullpen games, right? You're gonna have some opener games. You have to do these things to keep your bullpen sharp. And that's going to be the challenge. Where you're going to have all these guys, you're going to have all this talent, but there's only so many innings, right? There's only so many at bats. There's only so many innings pitched. There's only so many you can do with depth like this, and they're going to have to figure that out as this progresses. Man, definitely going to have to figure that out. Eric says, only hoping for the next left-handed pitching gem. Yeah, that's what they need. That's exactly what they're going to be looking for. That's exactly what they should be going after. And once it comes to like the trade deadline or even prior, dominant lefty starter, or even I don't even know about dominant, but a very good lefty starter is something that they're going to have to look at. And there's a couple of them that they were in on, and it just didn't fall their way. But they're going to continue to be in on them via the trade market, and I believe they'll get one. But like I said, they've already got a bunch of arms, so it's gonna have to see how these other guys perform, and then they're gonna have to go from there, man. Joe, what's going on, Joe? My guy Joe over here. Shout out to Lakers Fast Break over there. Make sure to go over there, give them a sub if you have not done so already. Said get Bieber at the deadline. They might get Bieber at the deadline. He's a for sure absolute rental. So don't know if they're looking at someone they can have for a couple seasons or someone for a rental. If they're okay with a rental, they may go after him. I know that they've talked multiple times with Cleveland about Bieber and Class A. So maybe that picks up again towards the trade deadline. So we will see what happens there. But he's a name to keep an eye on. You would have control over Class A for like 4.5 more seasons if you do get him at that point. And then Bieber obviously would most likely be a rental and a pending free agent. So depending who's on the market, let's see, we got like Luzardo and Tanner Scott, another duo option there. So the Dodgers will definitely be in play. They've got the prospects. They spent the money in the offseason and to get their guys via the checkbook. Now they can go get guys via the prospect, and that's, to me, it was always been the right path to do. Spend your money, you got it. Save the prospects, because then you can then move them when everyone has. A lot of people had to use their prospects this offseason to help keep up. Obviously, the San Diego Padres sent out a lot of their top prospects, right, to go get Dylan Cease, right? The Yankees sent out top prospects to go and get Juan Soto. You had the Atlanta Braves send out their best prospect to go get Chris Sale from the Boston Red Sox. So these guys have moved a lot of their top prospects. And meanwhile, the Dodgers are sitting there with all their top prospects after having the biggest offseason in ML history, probably. And they still have their top prospects. So that's what makes it so special and so impressive, is that they're not anywhere near done if they don't want to be. They could still make a bunch of moves here. Joe says, roll from there. They need to just one more top flight pitcher and they should run it from there. Yeah, no, I pretty much agree. Adames is there. They can get him if they force the issue. I just don't know if they're willing to pay the price, they'll get him. I've talked about this a couple of times. The Dodgers have not got to the point where they're willing to pay the asking price. They didn't want to pay the asking price for a Dylan Cease. They did not want to pay the asking price for a Bieber or Class A yet, a Luzardo, Tanner Scott yet, and same thing with Adames. I believe Adames they could get for a little cheaper than the pitching options. So especially that deal that they were looking at with Milwaukee was going to be for Burns and Adames, and that one was really, really expensive. So they didn't do it. But now that deal will be less because obviously Burns is elsewhere. Burns is in Baltimore. So now if the Dodgers have a chance to get Adames, that is something that they're last I heard and last I checked, they talk frequently, just checking in. And I believe that the Dodgers and Brewers kind of have an understanding that if the Brewers do decide to pick up the pace a little bit there to get a deal done, that because they've had several conversations with the Dodgers, that the Dodgers would be made aware of that. So the Dodgers will get a chance. Look, the Dodgers got the prospects that people want. The Dodgers are going to get a chance to match or top an offer from another team. They're just gonna. So even if Milwaukee starts to talk to another team, they get a deal or a framework they potentially like, they're going to reach out back to the Dodgers and say, hey, can you match or top this offer? At least match, right? This offer. And the Dodgers will be able to get them. So it's going to be in the Dodgers' hands if they want to do that deal or not. If they don't get them, it's because they didn't want to spend it, right? The prospect, not the money, the prospect. They could have had Blake Snell if they wanted him. They didn't want to go 2 years. They could have had Josh Hader if they wanted him. They didn't want to go that money route with those amount of years. And I don't blame them for that. They could have had a few guys this offseason if they spent the money. They could have had Bellinger back if they committed to 3 years. They didn't. So they're staying within the realm of what it is when it came down to the spending, right? They got the guys they wanted. If they could have had someone fall in their lap and got a luxury of getting someone who got caught slipping on the free agent market, right? They would have done that. But now maybe the price goes down a little bit on some of these guys in the trade market. So, or maybe they wait it out and some of these other teams move even more of their prospects. And then the Dodgers are only sitting there looking even better with more prospects when a lot of the teams have spent theirs already. So the Dodgers are going to be in an excellent place, excellent place around the trade deadline, because like I said, they've got top prospects and they're going to be open for business if they need to be, without a doubt. Angel says, oh yeah, what's your opinion on the slide? I thought it was legal, but slightly BS. I would have been more debatable if defensive guy held onto the ball. Yeah. Like it's the slide rules are, it's just so different now, but if the guy held onto the ball, they're probably different, but yeah, I give it to you. It's a, I feel like the rules in baseball, kind of like the NBA, have kind of just been weird and inconsistent. Like, did you see that play last night? Between Chicago and Texas, where it was a clear foul ball and the umpire called it a passed ball and Chicago scored a run on it. Like, these things are just bad out the gate to start this season, man. Eric says, of course, they were not going to give the years and money because they are prospect loaded all around. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nor should they have had to. And that was smart. That's what I'm saying. Everything they've done move wise has been smart. So they're going to wait out and wait to use the prospects to go and improve this team later. That they took the approach that I felt was the best approach to take, which was spend the money on free agency and then use your prospects down the road to go get other pieces if need be. But the thing is, they're not going to give up all the prospects, and they don't have to. So they're going to still continue to have good prospects. They're going to continue to get more good prospects because they're scouting, their development. They're just the best in baseball in every aspect of an organization can be. So they're going to continue to add to this roster because they're going to find diamonds in the rough. They're going to find gems. And not just that, but every future superstar Japanese baseball player is out there wearing Dodger gear right now. They're obsessed with the Dodgers. They're wearing Dodger colors. They're wearing Dodger blue. They're saying, let's go Dodgers. So they've also conquered the top up and coming market out there, because that's going to be, the talent that's going to be coming out of Japan now is going to be absurd. And the Dodgers are in there in those trenches over there already. So like I said, I still think we get Roki. So you had Roki, you got Shohei, and you got Yamamoto, and I still think we get Roki next winter. I really think we get him. Let's see. It's funny. We forgot about Randy with how this team has been playing. So many options to make a bigger powerhouse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Randy and Adames are on the table. So is Class A. So is Bieber. So is Luzardo. So is Tanner Scott. And those are just some of them. There are other guys that will be on the radar. There will be other guys that the Dodgers will be able to go out and get. There's going to be teams who thought they're going to be having a better season who fall off. Look what happened with the Mets last year. Look what happened with the Mets, right? Spent all the money, thought they were going to be great, had to blow it up, right? So look at the Mets, right? At some point, do they move Pete Alonso? Does he go somewhere? I'm not saying the Dodgers are going to be on him. They're not. What I'm saying is, like, you have teams who are going to be who will move people that you didn't see coming, right? You didn't see that move happening, and that's going to happen this year. And the Dodgers are positioned for all that. They're positioned for all that. So that's going to be a whole nother wave, a whole nother story, a whole bunch of other coverages. Watching this team around that time and seeing what they can do. It's going to be incredible, because this team, the best thing about this team is the offseason was incredible. Spring training was incredible. And now the regular season is incredible. And then we're going to get the game within the game stuff, right? And then we're going to get prospects to watch. And then we're going to get trade deadline. And then we're going to get the All-Star. It's going to be a bunch of things to tune in on and be excited about. And I can't wait, man. I'm enjoying every minute of this season. Let's move Outman and Muncy down the road. Well, Outman, I'm telling you guys right now, if they were able to secure Bellinger, Outman was going to be moved in a move to get a lefty starter and a reliever. So if Chicago doesn't come in late with that third year, the Dodgers likely land Bellinger and then move Outman in a deal. So, like I said, I 100% agree with you on that. I also believe that at some point Will Smith is going to move away from catcher, maybe the third. So obviously Muncy's not a young man. He's not great at fielding that position. He almost got Freddie killed today on that throw over to first. You know what I mean? So it's at some point they're going to have that uncomfortable conversation, though, for sure. Ken Carter, what's good, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. Thoughts on the Lakers loss to the Pacers? I mean, not much. They won 5 in a row, lost that one. It be that way sometimes. They're on a road trip. Team's tired. 9th seed. You got to play every game like it's a playoff game. It catches up to you from time to time. But simple way to put it, they've been shooting the ball great from 3 over the last 20 games or so. They did not tonight, and it's pretty much why they lost. Some bad late turnovers, some bad Braun drives, some bad Reeves turnovers, a bad game from D'Lo, and not being able to shoot the 3. Pretty much sums it up there. Let's see. Karam says Rangers spent all that money and won it all. Yeah. No, I mean the Rangers are a good baseball team too, man. They're a very good baseball team, and they're going to be good this year too. So it is. There are a lot of teams who will spend the money and don't win. Sometimes it's just the best team in baseball doesn't always win the World Series, and for the most part, they don't. So you can spend all the money. It doesn't mean you're going to win it. So the Dodgers spend money, but they spend it wisely. I felt that the Rangers this time around spent money wisely. So you had the Mets out there just spending wild, not wisely. And but the Rangers are going to be very good. And even if they take a step back a little bit, like you still got Corey Seager in a postseason, and that guy is money. Let's see. That's smart right there. Yeah, no, I agree with you. What's your ballpark go-to snacks at baseball or Laker games? I know Dan takes them to games. I don't bring anything to games. I probably should, but it depends what I'm doing. If I'm coming from somewhere and I go somewhere like I go to like a bar or a restaurant, like something before the game, then it's different. I just go up, grab a couple tall cans, maybe a hot dog, and I'm cool. But if I'm going arrive to the game and I'm going to eat and drink there, so I mean, to me, it's Dodger Dogs. Obviously, the nachos are great. They got some new stuff this year. I got to try. But it's not even a stadium thing. I have no idea why, but I kept ending up like sitting next to Sweet Chick. So I kept getting their chicken sandwiches. I had that like most of the time last year when I went. I don't know what it is. Shout out to Nas. Maybe it's just my loyalty to Nas. I was getting Sweet Chick sandwiches, but outside of that, like when I'm at a stadium, I kind of just don't overthink it when it comes to the food. I feel like Crypto's food is pretty trash. SoFi is even worse. I think Dodger Stadium is better than those two. Um, but like I said, I traditionally go to like some things that like I like the grilled Dodger dogs though, not just the regular ones. Give me a grilled Dodger dog and I'm happy, man. Grilled Dodger dog, like I said, the nachos. They've got a bunch of different stuff that they got out there. They got that like this. What did they have? They've added a bunch of new stuff that I saw some like Japanese spots pop up in there when I was down there yesterday. So I got to try some of the new stuff. But to me, I just keep it simple with the classic stuff. Let's see. Angel says, how expensive is the food at Dodger Stadium, though? Heard micheladas are crazy expensive. Micheladas are like, I haven't had a michelada in a minute, probably at least a year. I just been getting tall cans when I go or like a draft beer. But when I used to get micheladas about a year and a half ago, they were like $18. But I know they've gone up because the beers, I can get a tall can is like $18 now. So you can get like those so they have like the little like like those little 5-hour energy cups things. They have like little michelada ones like that. Shout out to I Love Micheladas. I've been buying from them for a while. But you can bring like your own of those, own michelada cups, own michelada mixers, and just get it whatever beer you want to make your own to save you a little money there. But the Dodger Stadium micheladas are fire. They are fire, but they got to be north of 20 now for sure. But I haven't had one for a season and a half now. Um, but they man, shout out to Machete. If you know, man, out there by the right field pavilion, man. Brandon, what's good, my guy? Said Pacers just played more physical and Lakers couldn't hit a shot. Yep, that sums it up. Kane says, do you trust the D'Lo Reeves backcourt starting? I do trust them when Vando's out there. When Vando's not out there, it's hard to trust for them to get it done defensively in an entire series. See, Rangers built the culture. They have built the culture. They got a division series MVP, a World Series MVP, and they're building around him. And that's what you got to do. That's just nothing like kicking off a culture by getting someone like that, though. Yesterday, though, the D-backs had that crazy ass inning, scored like 1 billion runs. Maybe not a fluke postseason. I don't think it was a fluke postseason. I think the Diamondbacks were a good team last year. Like I said, they made the playoffs. But they're gonna get better, and they're as they continue to add more people, and some of their top prospects comes up, and that's gonna be a team that goes out and gets other players, right? That's another team that's gonna be in on other players as they get further into the season. So I think I'm curious, who do you think is gonna be I think the clear favorite is obviously gonna be the Dodgers in the West. Who do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat how you think the West plays out. Like Dodgers 1. Do you have Arizona 2, like one of San Diego or San Francisco? Do they split 3-4 and one way or another? And Rockies 5? Is that how you have it? Like, let me know how you think, how you have the West panning out. I got the Dodgers 1. I got Arizona 2. I am torn because both I think the Padres did some moves I didn't expect. I think that'll help them win some games. Maybe flirt with the wild card, but I don't think they're going to be very good. The Giants, that front end of that rotation, the Giants have proven when they have pitching, sometimes they can have great seasons, and when they don't have a great team. So I'm gonna go Giants 3rd. So I'm gonna go Dodgers. I'm gonna go Arizona. I'm gonna go Giants. I'm gonna go Padres. I'm gonna go Rockies. Let me know what you guys think about that. Only if LA sports event had better food. Yeah, true, but they don't need to. People keep showing up and they keep spending a ton of money for trash. So why would you, right? Carne asada fries are fire. Hey, DJ, what's going on, my brother? Shout out to DJ over at Lakers in 5 from my basketball people and baseball people. If you like watching Laker coverage, head on over to my guy DJ 60 Cent over there pausing his workout to pop in and salute y'all in the chat, man. So head on over to Lakers in 5. Great content, great guy, great channel. Go and subscribe to him over there, man. Appreciate you, DJ. And if you're working tonight, drive safe, my brother. Appreciate you, man. Once again, shout out to all the truck drivers out there, man. Kane says, how has the food scene evolved at Laker games over the years? It's actually dissolved over the years. I feel like the food at Laker games has gone completely backwards. And it's not, I can't say Lakers because it's crypto. You know what I mean? It's the Lakers don't control the food. So but it's actually gone backwards in my opinion. I feel it was better like 10 years ago than it is now. Let's see. They're playing the Rockies trash pitching. Yeah, that's a fact too. That's what I said. That's a fact. Kane says, honestly, bro, I'd rather have Vando replace Reeves than Rui because Reeves' game will take less of a hit. Vando can guard anyone, so the size will be nice. The size will be nice, but then you don't have a two guard. You have I mean, at that point, you have to have LeBron pay point, right? So that would be like Brown at the 1, D'Lo at the 2, Vando, Rui at the 3, Vando 3-4, Vando, Rui, and AD at the 5. But your shooting is going to take a pretty good hit there, and your ball handling is going to take a pretty good hit there. So there's to give to get in any trade. You hurt yourself in other ways with doing that too. Let's see, Dodgers, D-backs, Padres, Giants, and Rockies. Okay, so you kind of got to like 3-4 is where I'm like, I could flip a coin there, but I think it's Dodgers, and D-backs 1-2, Rockies at the 5, 3-4. I think you could flip flop, depending on injuries and depending on how hot they get or how cold they get at certain parts of the season. I had Dodgers 1, Rockies 5. Everything else is honestly a crapshoot. Okay, so you have the D-backs, Giants, and Padres all looped together. See, I have the D-backs a little further ahead of those two. Over under 3.5 home runs versus Lad Slint. That's what we were talking about earlier. I think the Dodgers get 5 runs in under 5 innings tomorrow night, and I think they got 4 home runs tonight. 3.5. That's the trap, Brandon. I see you trapping me at that 0.5. You know what? F it. Why not? Let's do it. Let's do over. Let's do over. Let's go to over there, man. This is good. These Dodgers, these bats are exploding, man, and they're just getting louder. These bats is getting louder, y'all. So I'm gonna say over. I'm gonna say over, man. But do you guys think we have a game tomorrow night, or do you think it gets rained out? Because I really wanted to go to this game, but I think the rain is gonna be problematic, man. And even if it doesn't get rained out, I don't know if I want to be out in the rain. I just don't. I would be that dude who gets sick going into spring, man. Made it through winter, and I'm gonna get like I don't want to get sick in the beginning of spring, man. I also say that because Vando was starting to hit threes before the injury. Yeah, but I will say Kane, he's been out a long time, and it took him a long time to get kind of in his rhythm and get a shot down when he came back. I don't expect him coming back and be able to drain threes out the gate, Kane. I just don't. I think it's gonna take a little time, man. He can be a nice corner 3, but it's gonna take a little time. That's for sure. Hey Angel, thanks for tuning in, brother. Good night to you as well. Appreciate you. Enjoy tomorrow's game as well. Love having baseball every day. Appreciate you tuning in, man. And Angel, I got your message. I saw it late, but I got it. I'll get back to you. That is a not a quick answer, and you're not the only person to ask me. I've actually had a lot of people reach out to me about that. But it's obviously something you got to be careful of that stuff. First and foremost, you got to know what you're doing. But secondly, I'll talk to you though. I'll definitely talk to you. And my bad for not responding. I saw it late. I was getting so many messages yesterday. I haven't even caught up to all of them yet. So I got you though. I appreciate you, man. Let's see who we got here. I think it gets rained out. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, man. I wanted to go see Yamamoto's first game, but I have a feeling it's going to get rained out. And to go down there and do all that, and I want to though, man. I want to. I gotta flip a coin, I guess, and see. I just have a feeling it's gonna be a rain out, which is rare. But it depends on how bad the storm gets. Brandon says they will play. You think sporting events led to drunk drivers, given how they sell hella beer at games? I mean, they sell beer anywhere, games, concerts, just bars in general. But no, I don't think so. I think people have been doing it long enough. You got Uber now. You got the Dodger shuttles now, which I did yesterday. Like I said, I was like, nah, man, I'm not doing this. So I took the shuttle, then the train. You got that. You got Uber. There's so many different alternatives, and then there's a lot of people that go to the games and tip most of the time. Who's ever driving usually drinks the less or doesn't get all plastered. And then because like I said, they pull people over more than they used to back in the day. But I go to a lot of games and I don't see a lot of ruckus as far as accidents or anything coming in and out of their office. So but as far as like led to it, like I said, restaurants, bars, parties, weddings, like all these things are all major, major, major drinking events too that have been going on for all of our lives. So not just on sporting events. Kurt, what's going on, my guy? He said, "Hey Jeff, hey Serge, hey y'all, how's Lucky doing tonight?" Lucky's good, man. He was watching the Dodger game, chilling on the couch, on his couch. Yeah, I said it, his couch. Watching, he was watching the Dodger game. He's got his Dodger hoodie on, so he's a full-fledged Dodger dog today. You know what I'm saying? So he was loving it. He was enjoying it. My wife is over here getting put together like Easter baskets for her nieces and nephews, and and then so he's eyes glued to anything that's gonna fall off the table. He's all trying to steal everything on the table. So he's had a nice eventful night. That dude woke me up. He's been waking me up a lot this week at like 3, 4 in the morning, man. Ever since that day I got up for the Dodger game at 3 a.m., he thinks that's the time we get up now. So once again, thanks, chat, for hustling me and to do with that. Because now Lucky thinks we get up at 3 a.m. around here. So he's been all week just kind of just getting up and wanting to play at 3 a.m. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully he gets that out of his system ASAP. What does Reeves have to do to become a better defender? I'd say he needs a body like Bogey from the Hawks. I think he just needs to stop. I think they need to have him stop attempting to guard the other team's best player. I think that's first and foremost. Obviously, there's guys he can compete against, but guys with lights out speed he struggles with. So I don't know, maybe a little bit more strength to try to be able to keep guys in front of him physically, especially if they're going to bring some rules back to the game that benefits defenders. I think that could help someone like Austin Reeves if he's able to, because Austin Reeves is a very smart basketball player. Outside of some dumb turnovers he had today, he's a smart basketball player. But he can't account for some of this athleticism and speed on other teams. And so if he's able to use his strength, then perhaps that helps him out some. So if the league doesn't change the rules a little bit and doesn't make it to where you can't touch any of these offensive players without a foul being called, then I think that give me 1 second. What is going on here? I think that increases. I think, speaking of Lucky, I think he pulled some of my wires here. Okay. But I think that when they make some changes to the defenses, I think that's going to help guys like Austin Reeves and multiple other players in this league. So we'll see what happens with that. But I think he needs to get stronger, maybe to be able to take the bump from some of these guys or bump them a little bit. Like there's plenty of guys who don't have the foot speed, but are able to physically keep guys in front of him. He's got to work on that. So at the end of the day, though, his physical limitations as far as his just athletic abilities is going to be a problem against some guys. But I think his attention to detail, his intelligence, and if he can get stronger, I think it could help him out. Kurt says Malik Monk may have sprained MCL in his right knee. Ooh, that happened in the Dallas game? Oh, man, that sucks. And it's a free agent year. Oh, man, let me see here. Oh, man, I'm just seeing it right now. I wasn't looking at my phone. 1 second. Sorry, I wasn't looking at that. Give me 1 second. Damn. That's not good. I hate to see any player get hurt, man, especially this point of the year, especially Malik going into a contract year. That sucks. Katie, what it do, my guy? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you as always, man. Yovan saying Vandal may be back early, mid-April. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, again, my thing is with Vandal being back is just the hope of what is he going to be when he gets back? Because the last time Vandal came back, it took him a while to ramp up and become Vandal again. It took him a couple months. Like if that's the case again, it may hurt us. But if he's able to come back and be Vandal sooner rather than later, then oh my God, it's going to help us so much. Especially if Gabe can come back and give us anything, that helps us. So what I had heard all along was that Gabe was going to be back anytime between St. Patrick's and March 31st. And now here he is. Should be able to play anytime now, right? So my source on that was correct. I've told you guys that multiple times. That was the window I was given. And looks like at least as of right now, it looks like that intel is going to hold true. But we'll wait to see. He's still going to get on the floor, be effective, and not have a setback like he did when he came back in that Chicago game, and then basically has been gone ever since. Teoscar was big on the Blue Jays. Glad to see him get 2 dingers today. Yeah, big on the Blue Jays. Watched him. I watched him a lot last year in Seattle. But yeah, him when he was on the Blue Jays, man, I'm telling you, he's a power guy, man. I still can't believe we got him. To put this in basketball terms, it's almost like the Lakers when they got Malik Monk, right? You had a guy that came in that was capable of scoring 20 in a given time. Then we lost him in free agency because we couldn't pay him. So hopefully that's not the case. But I still can't believe we got him. But the guy wanted to win. He bet on himself. Batting in a lineup with these guys is going to more than likely inflate his stats, and he has a chance to win a World Series. He did what I thought Blake Snell should have done: take the 1-year deal. Build your value back up there, go chase a championship, be a big contributor to that championship, and just go out there and get it. And, Blake Snell took the 2-year deal. Teoscar took the 1. And, like I said, man, 2 home runs today, man. I was so happy when we got him. I was happy before we got him. I just felt all along we were getting him. So shout out to Teoscar, man. Like I say, you're about to be a household name, man. I love the fact that so many guys no one even knew who these guys existed a year ago are household names now. I love it. I absolutely love it. Shams just tweeted about Malik Monk. Yeah, that sucks, man. Dino looks stiff at home than on the road. You think FIBA hindered Reeves' foot speed? I think Reeves have always had a foot speed issue. I think just teams were targeting him a little bit more this season, especially after FIBA, and that became the narrative. And secondly, D'Lo's had fantastic games on the road. He's had 40-point games on the road. He's had 44-point games on the road. He just had a 30-point game against Milwaukee. So he's had plenty of good games on the road. He's had a bad game tonight. D'Lo has bad games it used to be often. Now he has them every once in a while. And unfortunately, when D'Lo has a bad game, we typically lose. And that sucks. But, he just had a bad game today. Rojas has more homers than Ohtani. Yeah, but he won't by the end of the season, and probably not by the end of the next couple of days. Sucks injuries are part of the game. That's what other teams fans say to us. They do say it to us, but I actually mean it. I do mean it. Injuries are part of the game when it affects us, and injuries are part of the game when they affects other teams too. I don't like it when it happens to other teams. Obviously don't like it when it happens to us. But unfortunately, it just is all in the game. Not ideal, not fun, not something that's you enjoy seeing. And even if it's a team that's a rival to us, I don't want to see them get hurt. It's just not something I root for. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully the Dodgers can get their win. That'd be amazing if they can sweep these first 4 games against the Cardinals. It gets to a point where it's going to be disappointing when they lose a game because we just expect them to win so many games. So they're going to lose games, right? And they're going to lose, a good share of games. Like even if the Dodgers won, and went ballistic and won 130 something games, 130 games, which is not going to happen. But if the Dodgers won 130 games, they would still lose 32 games. So like they're going to lose games. They're going to lose probably 50 games, right? Roughly. So at least. So like it's going to happen. But it's just I hope what I am kind of worried about, I'm not going to lie, what I am kind of worried about is there is a layer or a chapter or a version of Laker Nation that is going to be watching a lot of Dodger games this year. And it's that fall from the sky, the world is over when you lose a game crowd. And they're now kind of coming over to Dodger Nation, and it's going to add to it. So that's going to be fun. So now I'm going to have to walk people off Laker ledges and Dodger ledges, which is cool. That's what I'm here for. That's what you got me for, man. But it's going to be interesting getting that whole different level of craziness up here this year. Shout out to Stretch for being the top in the top 100 mods here. That's hilarious. But anyways, on that note, I'm going to shut it down for the night, man. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you guys for being part of another Empire Jeff TV stream. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the Dodger game, man. Like I said, I'm trying to encourage more of you guys to be more into baseball this season. But thank you for joining me on this baseball journey here. Thank you for all your continued Laker and NBA support as well. And I'll catch you guys sometime up here tomorrow. Like I said, go Lakers, go Dodgers. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that, man. Thank you to Serge. Thank you to JSJ. Thank you to Kurt. JSJ was on PTO today. So I appreciate you guys for being mods. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for your continued support. If you haven't already, please drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already as well. And if you're watching the replay, please do the same. Drop a like on the video. Leave me your comments. Let me know what you thought about the Dodger game tonight. How many runs you think we're going to score tomorrow? If the game does play, how do you think Yamamoto does in his home debut? Let me know what you guys think. And I, like I said, greatly appreciate you guys. I will catch you guys on the next one. You have a great rest of your Friday night, and you guys have a safe Saturday. If you're in the LA area, stay safe in the rain. I will catch you guys soon. You guys have a good one. Take it easy.